Hi everybody on YouTube, Superside here, and today I am making a video. This is a little bit different than what I normally would do. I got a request to show my OBS settings. In other words, how I record videos for YouTube, and next to that also how I stream to Twitch. So what settings I use, how I use OBS as a program, and I want to show you guys that too. So, first off, I'm recording with OBS right now, and we will click on this. This will take me to a different scene with an infinite amount of OBSs. This, of course, is not a very nice view. Therefore, you can right-click on this preview, and you can disable this preview, which will only show my my desktop and not the infinite amount of OBS screens instead. This next to that, this also eliminates a few lag issues that I've been having recently with Black Ops 3, for instance. Somehow my computer is not able to show this preview and also keep the frame rate at 60 FPS while I'm streaming or recording. So by disabling this preview, I also eliminate that lag, and it stays at 60 FPS all the time. So there you go. That's tip number one. Anyway, so this is the main screen of OBS. I don't want to make this like a weird long video where I go in about all kinds of details and stuff. So I just want to go over what OBS is, how I use it, and what kind of options I get to make my YouTube videos look the way they do. So first off, you guys just saw the preview. Below that we have a tab called Scenes. And with this Scenes, I add a couple of scenes. For instance, the one to call full screen. If I click this one, my camera will go off and go on, and you will see me in only my webcam. You won't see anything else. So only in this scene I have my webcam. When I go back to what we just saw, like here, you can see that I also have my webcam and the overlay around my webcam, which I can disable and enable, just like doing this. Next to that, I also have the OBS screen, which is just my little desktop here. I also can disable that, which will give you a blank screen or black screen. And I can enable it again, and there you have OBS. So basically, you can create a scene, like you can add one. You can, like, for instance, call this Xbox or anything. Whenever you have created that scene, you can then go to sources, which will be empty, of course. You can right-click on sources. You can add. You can, for instance, do a window capture, which you can capture a tab out of Chrome, which has like something in it which you want to show. You could want to capture like I'm doing right here, right now. I could put an image in it, like I have around my webcam. That little border, it's just an image. You could do a slideshow. You could put some text within the screen. You can also add a video capture device, and you can do game capture. So with a video capture device is, for instance, my webcam. If you hook up an Elgato, you could take the Elgato and put that in. A game capture is a function whenever you start a game on your computer through either Steam, Origin, or whatever the case may be. OBS can pick that up and just replicate what you're seeing too. And yeah, that's very nice. Therefore, you don't need like an external capture card where you would hook up your game through and then back to OBS or anything. OBS can just do that without extra components being hooked up into it, pretty much. So as you can see, I got Black Ops 3 right here. Whenever I boot up Black Ops 3, it will just come up right here. That is what it is. So next to that, I've got my webcam, for instance. I can change the resolution, the frame rate. I can also add a little delay into it because the Elgato has a little delay. What you can do is you can say like 1400, which will then let the cam sync up back to the Elgato, and you'll fix that issue too. Next to that, you also have chroma key. If you have a green screen behind you, you can click chroma key, select, and then take the green out of the green screen behind you, and that's what you sometimes see some streamers do. It's very nice. I don't have a green screen behind me, so I can't do that, but it does work. Believe me, it works. Next to that, you also have configure. This will open a new pane, and these are all the settings of my webcam. As you can see, this is all the Dutch and stuff, because I am Dutch. So I will not go into details about my cam settings. But if you would hook up an Elgato, you will go into configure. You will get the Elgato settings instead of the webcam settings, which is pretty self-explanatory, I guess. Next to that, we have the microphone volume. I will select it at 100% because I regulate the microphone volume within Windows, and also the microphone itself has some volume on it, which is called gain. Therefore, I just let this at 100%, and then I tweak a little bit so it sounds good. Next to that, this is the game volume, sound volume from your Windows. You can I usually never go beyond 30%, otherwise you really have to talk loudly to be able to be heard by your audience, and that's not really useful when you are doing a commentary. So below that, we see start streaming and stop recording. So whenever I press start streaming, it would also stream this exactly to Twitch, and you can also press start recording and make a file for your hard drive. So those two things are separated from each other, which means you can stream something to Twitch, but also keep the live footage stored into a file on your hard drive as well, which is a very nice feature. So this is basically everything you need to know to get started. Of course, you can go a lot more advanced, like being able to drag stuff around. If I would enable the view again, and I want, for instance, like I want to change my webcam position, I can click edit scene here. I can then select my webcam with Control. I can also select the overlay as well, and then I can drag my webcam around like this. I can also enlarge it if I would like to. So that is very versatile, very nice. Let's click that, and let's disable the preview again. All right, let's go into the settings. It's also pretty important to know. I don't change anything at this, so general just stays like the way it is. Encoding is pretty important. This is the video encoding. You probably want to go with X264 as long as you have a good CPU in your computer. If you have, it should be fine. You could also use NVIDIA if you have an NVIDIA GPU. I also made an earlier video. If you have an AMD GPU, you could use OBS with that as well. I'll put a link in the description down below to that video, so you can check that out. Next to that, we have the bitrate. It is the quality of your video. Now you might be thinking, well, YouTube does not accept more than 8,000 bitrate. I know that, but still I want to record at a higher quality, because you can like decrease the quality but not up the quality. So in my editing software, I will then decrease the quality a little bit so that the file size is okay, and it's still like has enough quality to be able to be uploaded to YouTube without the quality being absolute shit. But this amount just depends on the amount of hard drive space you have available. I usually go with 25 or 50,000, but I mean you could also do like 15,000. It will be fine too. It's whatever you like. As long as you don't go below 8,000, because I mean YouTube is obviously at 8, so right, you should think about that. Next to that, we have our live stream page, pretty much. You can do two things: live stream file output only. I always have it on live stream because I also live stream to Twitch. This is my settings for the live stream. Next to that, I have a file path. You can see how to use obs.mp4. Now you could also change this to FLV. but then you would have to like put it through a handbrake before you could use it in Premiere. So what I usually do is like use MP4 so I could use it in Premiere immediately without having to re-encode the entire video, which is very, very time consuming. Alright, so with that said, we can go to video. I've got a GTX 980. I'm using my resolution from my monitor, and I'm not downscaling anything because I'm recording at 1080p right now. If I would stream to Twitch, I would put this to 720p. This is because otherwise people are like having problems watching my stream. The stream just starts buffering and stuff like that. So I think it's more like a problem with Twitch and not necessarily my thing, because I never lose any frames. But alright. So 60 FPS. Audio. The only thing I do here is I usually put it to whatever I listen to. I use my Sound Blaster C right now. Default is fine too. What default means is like the system default you have in Windows, which is mostly fine too. I use my Blu-ray Pro. This is pretty much the same as default, maybe. I'm not sure, but you could copy this, or then you could change it and make it so whatever you like it to be. You could have some hotkeys to start, stop streaming, push to talk, etc., etc. I'm not really using this as much. This is very important pane though. The advanced, with the thread optimizations, normal 400. You could just like take over these settings, and you'll be good to go. The other thing you have to think about is that this is quality based. The lower you get, or the slower you get, the more quality you will have, but it will also have a more significant impact on your CPU performance, CPU usage, I mean. So I usually go very fast or super fast. Otherwise you will start having lag, and lag is not a good thing at all. Next to that we have QuickSync. Now, QuickSync is something that I can't use, so I can't say anything about it. We have browser. I don't really use this anymore, so this is a plugin you can add into the plugins folder of OBS if you would like to. This is the microphone noise gate, which is very nice. If you have if you have noise in your microphone, this noise gate here can like eliminate that noise, which is very nice. I used that in the past, and as you can see here, this noise. There is some noise apparently, but if I would activate this is like the close threshold, which means that if this beam gets below that, you will not hear anything, and if it goes above it, you will hear something. So whenever I start talking, you will hear it. When I stop talking, you won't hear anything, because he then disables the mic completely. Hopefully that made any sense. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. And then you have a scene switcher for people that play League of Legends, because League of Legends has a client that has two different clients pretty much. I mean, you have a client for getting into a lobby and stuff, and then choosing your champion, etc., etc. You also have a client to go in-game with, and the scene switcher can switch automatically between the one and the other, which is very nice, because then you don't have to do that manually, right? Makes sense. Okay, that's pretty much it. So, to put everything in a perspective, you would have to create a scene. You have to give the scene a name for what you will do. For instance, I've got PC games right here. I got a bunch of PC games put into here, so I could just click them on and off whenever I would like to. If you have like a video capture device, you can click on this, you can add it, you can click any device you would like and put it in here. And whenever it's in here, you will get this. This is like a view mode. You can like drag this around. I'll just have this, for instance. But that is pretty much it. That's how you use OBS. And you can do a lot with it, pretty much. So if you like this video, then please give it a big thumbs up. If you want to see more videos, then please subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Oh my god, that should that should have been a kill. That should have been